to bend phrasing time into something clever.
Hi there. I thought I'd strike a pose this morning with my hat. See? I got myself a lizard wrangler hat because I figure I wrangle lizards all the time and I got scratches all over my arms, so I better get myself a lizard wrangler hat, an outback hat. Anyway, what was I thinking? Have you ever noticed that Christianity always goes for young people? People who are insecure and they don't know who they are yet, and they have this overwhelming desire to be popular. You know, they want to be popular and whatever. You know, they want to be accepted and they want to feel loved and they want approval. All these things. I mean, not to say that adults aren't that way. Adults are that way too. I think it's a lot worse when you're a kid. Excuse me. I've had a frog in my throat lately. I hope this doesn't mean I'm getting... Okay, so, where was I? Sorry, I had cat drama. Oh yes, children being exploited. And not just children, but vulnerable people too. You know, people who are like at the pit, the rock bottom. That's my opinion of why AA throws religion at addicts that are crying out for help. They're just, what an opportune time to try to introduce them to God, the magical fix. Yes! Become addicted to this instead. Yes, put all the money that you were spending on your alcohol or drugs into our church. Yeah, we want your money too, actually. And we'll save you. That's the big deal. We'll save you. I'm sorry. I have a very low opinion of an organization that uses, that exploits people who are vulnerable, and that's what I think of AA. Although it has saved people, and so I can't hate it too much, but I also think that it's a good thing I'm not an alcoholic, because I wouldn't be going to AA. I'd have to find something else. Anyway, I think it's just funny and coincidental that a religion targets young people, vulnerable people, people down on their luck, and then there's this pressure. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, I'm sitting here. I've got my furry thing here, and my sheepskin hair, and yeah. So it's hair. Anyway. Then there's all this pressure put on these people. It's like, well, you'll know your conversion is real because God works miraculous changes in your life. It's like, oh, okay, so if I ask Jesus into my life, I'll experience a miraculous change. And so then they do, and see, that's the catalyst for change right there. It's like, okay, now I have to work my ass off to change because everybody's watching me because, they know I converted and I want to show that I'm a real Christian. So I'm going to work my butt off to make this big change in my life and prove to them that I'm a real Christian. And guess who gets all the credit for that? Jesus, not the person working their ass off to make this huge change, this huge difference in their life. Jesus gives me the strength. Yes, having a friend at your side when you're going through trouble and trying to turn your life around is a huge change. And not everybody has the fortune of having a friend like that. So this imaginary friend, if they believe he exists hard enough, could probably do the same thing. I don't see anything miraculous about that. Thinking you're not alone can tend to give you more courage than when you think you are alone. So anyway, why am I in this pose? It's kind of uncomfortable. Okay, there. Well, because I thought it would, I don't know. It's early morning. I haven't done this pose before. I thought it might look good. You don't see my double chin so much, right? Yeah. Another way I could do it is I could suspend my camera from the ceiling so it's hanging straight down and then I could look straight up at it. That would also get rid of my double chin. I hate my double chin. I could get this thing that they sell on QVC. It exercises this. Is like, I don't even know what it does. It's like this rubber band thing that you put in your mouth. I think that weight loss would be the better thing. Oh, then the cat wants to come in. So that's all. I got an email this morning. It was a piece of spam that I didn't know I had. It was from 2 months back that I didn't know I had because the wonderful new YouTube/Google makes it so hard to know you have messages, doesn't it? There's no more inbox that I can see. Things don't pop up in unless you go to where the spam is, you don't know it's there. This person writes something along the lines of, well, I think I should start instructing you as to who the real God is, because the God you believe in or the God you believed in isn't real. It's like, really? We're gonna do this again? Really? I mean, oh, you didn't believe the real Christianity. You weren't a real Christian. You know how many times I rededicated my life to Jesus? There was a time when I was a Christian where I would end every prayer just to be sure that I was real. With a rededication. Every prayer. That's how I ended my prayers. But I wasn't a real Christian. I had somebody else write me and say that from like the beginning of the 20th century to the 1980s, that Christianity is, the singing songs and stuff like that. That Christianity isn't real. It's like, I suppose the Christianity of the 1800s wasn't real either, right? Oh no, only this Christianity is real. All those other Christianities weren't real. Do you know how stupid that is? It's like, okay, will the real Christianity please stand up? Because I was taught what Christianity was, the real definition. But of course it's not true, according to the next person. I personally think that if something is so vague and so hard to pin down, there's very little truth in it. Truth is something that shines bright as the sun and everybody can see it regardless of their intellect. It doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't need apologetics. I've said this in other videos. It doesn't need Sunday school or Bible studies to understand it. It is simple and pure and good and obvious to anybody, and it is good. It's not, well, not necessarily. There's some truths that aren't so good, like the fact that we're all going to die one day, but whatever. It's a solid thing. It's very obvious. It's not this mysterious thing flitting in the night that you try to catch with a butterfly net. I'm sorry, but the constant pressure when you're a Christian to make sure that you are a real Christian, do this and this and this, and if you don't do this, you're not a real Christian. If you don't do that, you're not a real Christian. If you don't speak in tongues, you're not a real Christian. Is insane. It's like, really? I'm sorry, I don't believe in a religion that's that way. I'm sorry, it's so bullshit. It's so much bullshit. Find something that works for you. It's not going to be the same thing that works for the next person. Be happy with that. Be happy you found something that works for you and move the fuck on. Stop judging other people and telling them, oh, you're not real because you're not just like me. You know what? There's only one of each of us. That's it. Nobody's going to have nobody's going to be the same as somebody else. It's the same with religious beliefs, I think. But it's all about security blankets. That's all religion is. So all it is whatever somebody can hold against them and make them feel warm and fuzzy and not fear death so much. That's all religion is. It's not real. It's just, it's a delusion that makes you feel better about something you can't control. And some of us just don't need that anymore. And I'm sorry, but that doesn't make us bad people. It just makes us, people that are over the fear of death. Whatever. We die one day. Who cares? I didn't really care much before I was born either. So anyway, just a rambling video I felt like making. Once again, I don't know how many videos now I've done about discussing the whole real Christian subject, but it gets so old. It's like, fuck you. You think your Christianity is real and mine was fake? Fuck you. Gets so old. Anyway, I'm turning this off. I hope you have a good day if you've been watching. Thanks. Bye!